Hey, hey, hey. Let's take a look at the art. I already have Prism opened up and I'm going to go back to the pack with our chords. Sorry, the track with our chords. To use the ARP, simply select ARP and that opens up the ARP mode. You can turn it on by changing the style from off to up and down and up, chords, or the step mode. We can press play and hear that back now. You can change the rate, you can choke it, and you can add range. Hopefully you've seen an ARP before. If not, there's a ton of videos. They're very self-explanatory. So I'm really going to just jump into the interesting things that make Prism's ARP unique. And that's primarily the step sequencer. So every ARP has this 16-step sequencer that allows you to mod each step, which basically means you can change the velocity or you can change the note playback. Now the note playback, you adjust by shifting it up or down steps. All tonal shifts done in Prism are always done in scale. You can select the scale by going to the hue and setting the root or the mode. The root and the mode, and together that makes your scale. So while we're in ARP and while I'm going to these steps and selecting right and left here, I am always knowing that this is going to jump up 5 steps within scale. I can also tap to skip that step. I can drag up and down on the steps to add up to 16 steps. So let's listen to this one. We'll hear it play for 2 steps and then it'll stop for 2 steps. And then it'll play for 4 steps and we'll make that last one jump up 2 octaves. Using the transformation menu, we have a few helpful tools like an ARP legato, which we can hear. The difference there, it didn't, cut the note off when it hit there. You have the ARP clone and you have an ARP stretch that works similar to the sequence stretch in ARPs for growing out your ARP sequence. The other thing to call out is if you press and hold ARP, you can enter the advanced edit mode. This brings some of the functionality of shifting and adjusting and selecting the notes that you're editing into a faster configuration. Simply select any of the trigs to select that step as active, and you can use the keypad to change the shift amount. You can also press and hold a shift amount and tap any of the keys that you want to show that shift amount. So that's one way that you can, especially when you're working with 16 steps in your ARP, you can really start to play and experiment without going back and forth a bunch. And that's the ARP. It's going to have a lot more coming on in the future. I'm very excited about the possibilities of it, but I think it's already very powerful as is, and I can't wait to see how you guys use it. All right, next time we'll take a look at the hue menu. Have a good one. Happy creating.